What's up, everyone? Hi. It's been a long time since I actually recorded a video of myself talking to y'all on YouTube. Great job, Ethan. Anyways, if y'all have been following my social media at all, you could probably tell that I've been busy. Schoolwork is crazy. But on my downtime, you might have seen this bad boy here. This is the Nifty Case from Cre8Audio, and it is absolutely insane. I've already made a couple upgrades on here. It was the Nifty bundle that runs for about $270. You get the case with the built-in MIDI interface and audio out and power jack, and you get these nice oscillator, dual LFO oscillator module chips and cells. This thing is great. I could go and talk on about the value of the bundle itself, but this has a different hello words. Today I specifically wanted to talk about how to incorporate this thing with VCV. If y'all have already seen on my channel, I love VCV. I use it all the time and I made a whole album with it. And because of this built-in MIDI section that it has here on the top, it really does add a lot more functionality and expansions to what you can already do with the two modules that you start with the bundle, or in this case, the rest of what I have here on my synth. So I'm not going to waste any time. I know people want to learn how to use it with VCV. Let's get to it. And here we are in VCV, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to show you everything that you need first to get the Nifty Case MIDI section going and what corresponds with what. And then I'll just show a couple patches that I made on the fly today using each section of the MIDI interface. And just some fun sounds and soundscapes that I can make with it. It's really fun. And here's what you need. Alright guys, so on the screen now I'm going to put a picture of the MIDI section of the Nifty Case. If you can't see it, because sometimes my video editing is god-awful, I'm going to tell you what you get. So you get 2 CV outputs, 2 gate outputs, 1 mod wheel output, and a clock output. It is really important to note that you can't send a signal through an output it's not intended for. So for example, I can't send a gate through a CV output, or I can't send a CV through a gate, and vice versa, you know? So while that kind of sucks, the product is doing exactly what it says, so. Okay guys, so here on the post-it note right under the CV to MIDI modules, you have a list of what corresponds to what from the Nifty Case to VCV. To use the full extent of the MIDI section, you're going to need both the CV to MIDI module and the CV to gate module in VCV Rack. And if you can't read it, I'll just read what everything corresponds to. So the clock is equal to start on the CV MIDI module in VCV. The mod section of the Nifty Case is equal to the mod wheel. That's the one thing that matches in the CV to MIDI module. And then CV is equal to the pulse width in the CV to MIDI module in VCV, which is interesting, but that's okay. And for the gates, any input of the CV to gate module in VCV works and will send a signal out. And it is really important to note that if you wanted to use both CV1, Gate 1, CV2, Gate 2, you need 2 different modules respectively if you wanted to have 2 different signals sent out. Okay, so for this first patch, I'm just going to be using the 2 gate outputs of the Nifty Case MIDI section. Those gates are going to be provided by Lapsus on VCV, the non-Euclidean rhythm generator. It's cool because it takes a clock output and then it splits it up in making non-Euclidean rhythms, hello words, from that clock. So I have Impromptu Modular's clock on VCV going into Lapsus, since I think I clocked it at like 120 or 100, whatever the stock tempo is at. And then outputs 1 and 2, which are both different rhythms, are being triggered by gates 1 and 2 from the CV gates. And so let's listen to it. Here is... let's do the gate 1 synth. Oh, and then on board, I forgot to mention, I have chips running into the Takab modular to LPG. These gates are being sent into 2 LPG so that they're just like little clock pulses to give it a little bit of shape. It's like a real plucky sound. And then peaks is acting as a 2-step pitch, like a pitch sequence. Sorry, again, words. Great job, Ethan. But anyways, so yeah, 2 pitch sequence from peaks modulating chips, both channels. So I have it split, so that's why it's only 2 pitches. This is the first voice. That sounds cool. And now let's plug in the second voice. Sounds cool. And then all I'm gonna do is just send it through some plateau reverb, the best reverb in VCV in my opinion. Listen to that space. Ooh. Sounds cool. Now all you gotta do, just give this a kick. There we go. Okay, here we are again. In this patch, we are featuring the Castle by Bastel. This is my baby synth that I absolutely love. And for this patch, I really wanted to specifically use the CV output and the gate output of the Nifty Case. So in this patch, what I'm doing, I have a lot more going on in VCV here. So what I'm doing is that I'm running a clock into a burst generator, and those pulses by the burst generator are acting as the gate, the volume gate of the castle. So we're going to get a lot of bleep bloops and percussive tones. Again, the stuff that I really like. And then that same pulse generator is also being routed to Brains, which is a sample and hold unit, a random pitch generator in VCV. Well, it's a noise generator. You can send a clock into it and it'll sample a certain value of some kind of noise source, which it has like white noise, blue noise, red noise, and pink noise. I'm doing white noise for the most range of voltage to be sampled from. And then those random voltages are going into scalar to make them quantize, because we like playing within a scale. And I don't know if it's just the tracking of the castle and chips, because I tried it with both. But I think it's because since the oscillators have a lot less range as far as what pitches they can go to, I had to do a very custom scale within scalar to make sure that everything worked. There were a lot of microtones in between everything, so I had to really fine tune it and find a scale, but it worked out. I was able to get a little 5-note pool to sample from, and I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to let you listen to this beautiful thing. So let me grab my headphones. Let's put the gate in. So now we're listening to the castle, just so you know. Let's see. Oh, we gotta turn it on, duh. So now we know that the castle's making pitch. But to track right, I have to have it all the way down. I already got some reverb running in there. Again, Plateau by Valley. Great stuff. And let's run the pitch information. Two words. Bleep, bloop. Is that a drone? There's some randomization of the speed of the pulses too. I forgot to mention that through Cre8Audio by Volt. Pretty cool stuff. Let's up that reverb. Okay guys, so with this last patch we got a bit of a jam going on. We're using the clock and the gates again from the Nifty Case MIDI. So what I've got going on here really is just some clock work on VCV. We have a master clock running a pretty fast pulse. Going into cells, the main clock is going into cells. One way, going in one direction, changing the pitches in one direction. And then I also have that same split of the clock from VCV going into the Deptford A117, which is like a randomizer. So it's adding some random pitch changes to the pitch CV sequence that we've got set there. And that same sequence is modulating chips. And I'm going to be messing with the waveform files there because it gets really nasty and I like it. All that signal, the oscillators going into the 2LPG, again, I would run it like a full baseline, but I don't have a mixer, and if I don't have this LPG, then it gets really bad and it starts covering up some of the signal. So we're going to keep it low and tight. I like it, though. It sounds really good. This character is just as good as if it were like a sustained baseline. And then the master clock in VCV is going into Topograph by Valley. It's a remake of one of Mutable Instruments. I think it's Grids. Yes, it's their Grids module, which is just a bunch of, makes a lot of random rhythms. It's awesome. I love it. And that is going into the Gate 1 and Gate 2 for peaks, which is acting as a little drum machine this time around. And it's pretty gnarly. Let's check this one out. So let's put in the synth line. Glitchy. Man, I love the tones. Let's put in a kick. Now let's add the snare. Wow. That was fun. So much fun that it's nighttime. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed that demo of what you can do with VCV and the Nifty Case. If you guys enjoyed that last patch, I decided to record a longer version without my mic plugged into VCV so you don't have to hear me comment about the patch. So if you want to stream that track, you can find it in the video somewhere around my face, or go to my Bandcamp link. It is free to download if you wish, but if you wish to donate a bit, I would really appreciate anything that y'all give me. Some other announcements. I had the amazing pleasure of remixing one of my friend's tracks, and I had so much fun doing it, and I decided to post it on YouTube, so it will also be somewhere around here, around my face. It's from my good friend Subtonic24 and Rosie L, their song called Lost in the Wild. I would really appreciate if you go listen to that remix, and go listen to the original too, and follow Subtonic and Rosie, because they are great people, and they have great music. I really enjoyed having my spin, and I felt honored to be asked to make a remix of that, so thank you, Subtonic. I am now on Fiverr and Upwork doing freelance jobs, so if y'all would like social media consultation, mixing of tracks, mastering tracks, any type of music production or recording, if you need a session vocalist or a session drummer, I will link all of those details to all of those sites down in the description below. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day, night, or whatever the heck time it is. Peace.